Okay, hey guys, it's Monty Sensation, and I'm back with another video. If you're watching this later, this is live, by the way, so don't pay attention because there's no edits or anything. This is just, I just got home from school, the first day of school, by the way. Peep the outfit. I'm just playing. But, okay, so, ooh, okay, let me just start by saying I was so over school before first period even ended. I was ready to go home that soon. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's start off when I first left the house. I had to fight, not really fight, but I had to go see if my brother was taking me to school, go see if my sister was taking me to school. My mom, I thought she was taking me, but I wake up. Well, no, I just hear my mom, and she's already taking my brother to school. So I'm like, okay. So I try to see who's gonna take me. So I have to fight my sister. Well, not really fight, but like she was like mad, and she said she had a dream I was going through her stuff. So she was mad at me because of that dream. I was like, what? Anyway, so I'm on the way to school. I was late. I literally planned everything out. What time, literally, like, okay, at this time, I'm gonna do this. At this time, I'm literally gonna, it was like down to the tiny little pieces. Like, at this time, I'm gonna wake up. At this time, I'm gonna get out of bed. Because, you know, when you wake up, you have to sit in bed for a while. At this time, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. At this time, like, literally. And I was like, at this time, I'm gonna wake up whoever's taking me, and then at this time I'm going to leave. At this time I'm going to get to school. Like, I had it all planned, but because no one was there to take me, my whole plan was thrown off. So I was already stressed out from the beginning. I was like, okay, like, I was trying to get over it. So we go to school, and of course the line is way too long, and they made this new renovation to where the parking thing, like, it's hard to explain. So I just had to get out on the street, walk to the school from the street. So I walk into the school, and why do I smell wet paint? Like, okay, okay. The smell, like, I smell wet paint to where I'm getting a headache. I'm just like, what? Like, what? Like, what? Like, oh! I was so annoyed because they have been renovating all summer and you're still not done. Like, you had two 2 months to get those renovations done, and they're nowhere near done. My teacher said that they're going to be renovating all year and into the summer. Like, next year's summer, they're still going to be renovating. Like, what? You guys do not understand. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the story. So, I go to my locker. My locker's in a good place. It's kind of right next to the my locker last year, but yeah, it's just like across the hallway. So yeah, that's okay. But when I first opened my locker, it's like jammed a little bit, so I had to yank it open. And when I finally get it open, there's like the thing, the bottom is like so dirty, and I'm just like, ew, I'm not putting my stuff on that. So I just hung up my backpack, hung up my lunchbox. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's from the construction though. It's like dust, but it's way thicker than dust. I don't know how to explain it. It's disgusting. Just flat out disgusting. And I was like, ew, like, anyway. And I heard someone say there were shoes in their locker when they opened them up. You? Anyway. So, then I go to my homeroom, and there's nothing really bad about that. Like, it's just school. Like, ugh. Then I find out. Oh yeah, and my school's trying to do this thing with like these new chalkboards. I don't know how to explain it. Like these new boards where you can like tap on it. But every class I go in, the boards either aren't working, they try to play a video, it's not working, or they're too high to where teachers can't even reach them. Like, what? So then I figure out that every day of school, there's this little, like, you know, those shoe holder things? In every classroom, there's one of those. And you have to get a number from your teacher, and every day you have to put your phone in there for the whole class period until school's over. Oh, You should have saw my face. I was like, what? Like, cause at school I always listen to music if I'm like working on work, like, or I just get on my phone when I have nothing else to do. Like, what? Oh, that's like the whole point of high school. Like, why are they trying to be so strict? Like, what? Anyway, I found that out and I was already done. As soon as I heard those words come out of my teacher's mouth, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, oh my gosh. This is, oh my gosh. How am I going to go through a whole year of this? Um, sorry. Sorry, hold on real quick. Um, okay. Back to the story. Okay, so I found that out and I was like, ew. And I was actually excited because we just got a new principal. There's also a whole bunch of like new assistant principals, counselors, and all that. And I was kind of excited, but because my last principal, I was just like, okay, like I didn't really care about him. So I was like kind of excited for a new principal. But then I see she's doing this type of stuff, and I'm just like, sorry, my throat. Okay, so I go to my second period. Nothing's really wrong with that, which is my AP class. Nothing, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about that. Like, the teacher seems nice. All the teachers seem like okay, but the one class, okay, the one class I did not want to take, I wanted drama. Tell me why they gave me debate. Like, what? Oh my. Okay, first, and the first part of it is oral communication, and the second part is debate. So, like the second semester. So, this semester's oral communication, she said we're going to be doing a whole bunch of speeches and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, like, why am I in this class like this whole time? And when I first got there, tell me, no, first, the teachers, most of the teachers were not starting it today. There's the phone thing. They were starting it tomorrow. Tell me why that teacher already started. Like, she made us put our phones away. Anyway, so I sit down and I hear people behind me, and it's a whole bunch of seniors. It's like four seniors, and they're all like so obnoxious. Hold on, my lips are dry. Sorry, I need some lip gloss. I'll be right back. Oh, oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Guys, you guys like my lunchbox? Hold up. Okay, I hope I didn't mess it up. You guys like my lunchbox? Like, okay. Okay, girl. Anyway, back to the story. Where was I? Seriously, where was I? Oh, yeah, she made us put our phones away. And I'm just like, first of all, that whole thing hasn't even started yet, so what are you even doing? Anyway, she also made us sign in, like, for what? Like, and this was her first year. Clearly, it was her first year as a high school teacher, because what was she even doing? And she's like those teachers that has to follow every single rule and has to be so strict. And I was just like, I really can't do this. I really can't do this. Like a whole year of her? No. 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 I can't do this. And then I literally hate when teachers do this when they're like, okay, I'm gonna have you stand up, say some things about you. Like, no, it's high school. Nobody's trying to do that. Nobody really cares. Seriously. And then, I'm so like, back to the story. Sorry, I keep getting off track, but it's making me so mad. Like, you don't understand. Anyway, back to the story. So she is like, so yeah, she's like, I need you guys to stand up because it's oral communication. So we're probably gonna have to be doing a lot of that like all year, like talking in front of the whole class, which is like ew, like. Oh yeah, I was talking about those seniors. I was talking about those seniors. They were right behind me and they were talking and so obnoxious. Like I hate when people are like they just have to talk so much. They have to have the attention. It's like seriously? Anyway, so she's like stand up and say three words that describe you. And I was just like, okay, like what's the point? Like nobody's going to remember this. It's not going to help you get to know us. So what's the point? Seriously. Okay. And then I go to lunch and tell me why my friend had to stand in the line almost half the lunch. And some people had to stay. Like I had A lunch, some people had to stay from to all the way to B lunch to eat because by the time A lunch was over, they were still in the lunch line. Like good thing I bring my own lunch because no. No, like this is a mess. How are you going to start the school year? Anyway, so yeah, they were still at lunch. Oh yeah, and they got this new like technology like bell, and it sounds so stupid. Like oh my, at first for the first like 3 periods, I didn't even know the bell was ringing. I was just going to my class. I did not even know the bell was ringing. Like I'm so serious. This is what the bell sounds like. It's like that's the quietest little ding, 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 and it's not even like a bell sound. It's like a beep. Yeah, it's kind of like a beep. And it's so quiet, nobody can even hear it. So in my fifth period, we were all just sitting there. And then we see people coming up to the door and people in the hallways, and we're like, the bell rung? Literally, that's what happened. So then I go to my Spanish class, and I hate those type of Spanish teachers. My Spanish teacher last year, oh my gosh, I loved her so much because she was so like, I don't know, but I just loved her so much. But this year, I have one of those teachers, and I hate those type of Spanish teachers that they come and speak in Spanish. They expect you to do everything in Spanish. Like, first of all, I know this is Spanish too or whatever, but that doesn't mean I've been reviewing Spanish all summer. Like, I'm trying to relax. Do you really think I'm gonna be thinking about Spanish during summer? Like, seriously. So when you come in speaking Spanish, of course nobody's gonna know what you're saying. Like, and then when she called roll, she made it say here in Spanish, which is like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, are you? Oh, I hate those type of teachers. And she gave us a worksheet and she was like, it's in English this time, but it was supposed to be in Spanish. And I was like, I was like, what do you mean it's supposed to be in Spanish? Nobody knows Spanish. I mean, of course we took Spanish 1, but that was like all the basic stuff and nobody remembers that. So you're gonna have to try again with that. Sorry, but oh my gosh. And in my math class, it's like an accelerated math class. So we took algebra 1 last year and half of geometry, and then this year we're taking the other half of geometry and half of algebra 2, which is like half of a thing above what all the rest of it is. So, yeah, yeah, it's like half above the what the rest of it is. So I guess some freshmen somehow got into that class. I think they're teaching that in middle school now. But some freshmen are in my class, and it's the freshmen like these are the people that I knew in orchestra when I was in 8th grade. And it's this one girl, I really don't like her. Like, ugh, I really don't like her. She's one of those know-it-all people that thinks they know everything. You can't tell them anything because they think they know everything. They always have to have the attention. Everybody always has to know that they know more than. Oh, I'm so triggered right now. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my. Also in math, my one friend, because all those people, since it's like accelerated or whatever, all those people think they're so smart, and it's just like, it's so triggering. Yeah, it's so like ew. So my one friend that was in that class got moved to another math class, and I'm just like, seriously? So now, oof, oh my gosh, like I literally, oh my gosh, I literally like I hate this whole school. Like, I'm so close to being, hi. I'm so close to being homeschooled. Like, I'm like 3 days away from being homeschooled. If they keep this up, and I need my phone, like, I need my phone. Like, what were they thinking with that? Someone please, like, they're trying to do way too much. And they said, so in my math class, they said that the renovations are going to be going on they're going to start the renovations like after the first week. So we're gonna have to be moving around. So they told the teachers, all the teachers, to empty out their classrooms. Um, yeah, to empty out their classrooms before like last year. So at the end of last year, all the teachers were emptying out their classrooms. So now they didn't even get to those renovations that they said they were. So now all the teachers' classrooms are like empty, and it's like ew. I feel like I'm in some type of jail, which I probably am. Like, and past the library, and that's one thing that's cool. Like, they made it way more modern and stuff. Oh yeah, and they're supposed to be making a new auditorium next to our school. So sorry, like I feel like an eyelash is in my eye. They're supposed to be making an auditorium next to our school, and they didn't finish that. They started that at the beginning of last school year. At the beginning of last school year. So it took you one school year, one whole school year, and a summer, and you're still not done? Like, what type of construction people is this? So, we are supposed to be moving into the band room, and the band room is supposed to be moving into the auditorium for their classes because there's like a band, like, room, a new band room in there. So since the auditorium's not done, the band room isn't done. So we can't move. And someone's supposed to be moving into our orchestra room. Drama's supposed to be moving into our orchestra room. So the whole thing is just a mess. Like, it's all a mess. And I don't know how I'm going to do this for a whole school year. 180 days? Like, who? Not me. Not me. I'm telling you. And then this is kind of not the school's fault, but on top of my horrible day, I come up. Yes, I'll be back. Or maybe not. I might go live again, but my dad just called me, so I'll be right back.